Hey, what's up, soldiers? My name is GregFPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire, and welcome back to another video here today on the channel, another Saturday Top 10, where today we're going to be counting down the top 10 noob mistakes that noob zombies players make. Now, I've been playing zombies since World at War, and I'm still a noob, but I do find a lot of the things on this list to be kind of annoying, kind of frustrating. So I hope you guys get a kick out of this video. And also, if you guys wanted to know, it is going to be in no particular order. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. All right, guys, coming in at the number 10 spot is going to be opening a door that should not be opened. Now, this is a huge problem that I see a lot of noob zombies players make. Now, I'm not here to like judge anyone or correct anyone, because I'm definitely not in the place to do that. But some doors that shouldn't be opened, for example, would be like the door on Kino on the stage. That always gets opened if they're trying to do like this Easter egg song or something. I'm gonna be honest, I've done that a few times as well. It's kind of just what it is. But other doors, people say that you should keep the help door closed on knocked, which I disagree with. But also you could keep the stairs closed, and then you can camp next to the grenades on top of knocked. That's like a pretty common spot as well. So there's a few doors that shouldn't be open, but it seems like new players always open them, and it kind of annoys me. One more recently though, in Cold War, is when people open the door that goes to the box room on knocked, like on the machine. I like to go the other way. It's just better, and you can open up more areas. But anyways, that comes in here at the number 10 spot. All right, guys, the next noob mistake that noob players make when it comes to zombies is asking where the mystery box is. Now, obviously on sun maps, it's a lot harder to see where the box is. Like, for example, even though like Blood of the Dead is outside, sometimes it's a little hard to see where it is. But maps like 5, for example, you can't really see unless you look at the TV. You can't see if you're like underground, under Eisendrach, things like that are understandable. When you're playing maps like Shino Numa, for example, and you ask where the box is, just look at the light, dude. It's literally in the sky. And honestly, I've asked a few times as well. It just happens, like you're wondering where it is, and you know your friends are like hitting the box and stuff. So anyways, that's just like a really common mistake that people make. But look for the light. We've had it since Shino Numa and World at War. So yeah, it's been there the whole time. All right, guys, the next new mistake coming in, I guess, at the number 8 spot is cross training. This is a huge problem that people run into all the time, especially when you're a new player. You don't really know what you're doing. So when you run into someone's train when they're training somewhere, it can mess up the entire flow of the zombies, downing the person training and the noob as well. And also like cross training, where you have a train and you bring it into another person's train going in the opposite direction. That is also basically a wall of death, essentially, and you will die from that as well. So that's a definite huge problem that a lot of noob zombies players make, and it comes in here at the number 8 spot. All right, guys, coming in at the number 7 spot is not listening to someone who knows what they're doing. So I remember this so many times. I used to do like help people with Easter eggs in Black Ops 3, like constantly all the time. And I remember one time on Shadows of Evil, I was helping someone, and we were on the last step where you have to shock the box. And I literally went and showed the guy in extreme detail what box he needed to shock, because he was already in beast mode. It was super easy, and he literally did not listen to me and went to a different area and shocked a different box that someone was already at. So then we switched, and then he went back there. So he might have just been trolling, or could have been a massive noob, but I don't know what that guy was doing. And it's really annoying when you're trying to help people with something and they don't listen to you. Like, this happened all the time on a few different things. Like Dead Ops Arcade 3, I was helping someone complete it. They weren't listening to my advice, and they ended up dying, and we ended up dying in the boss fight, or he did, and I ended up completing it, obviously. But it's besides the point. Okay, there's like a lot of examples of this. And if you're a noob and you want help with something, and you're like playing in a public match or something, just listen to the people that know what they're doing, because chances are they're going to be right if they've played it a lot and things like that. So it comes in here at the number 7 spot. All right, guys, the next noob mistake that noob players make when they play zombies is killing the last zombie. Now, this is something that's pretty annoying if you're like hitting the box, pack punching, buying perks, whatever it is, and you want to save one zombie, or doing Easter egg steps more specifically, because it seems like Easter eggs are so much easier when you save a zombie, especially for some of the really annoying steps like sharpshooter, for example, on buried or something like that. It's really important that you save a zombie. But another thing that's really annoying and kind of grinds my gears is is that in the newer zombies games, the rounds will just time out and end. And this is a huge problem in Black Ops 4. And I believe it's in Cold War as well. Like Black Ops 3 is the best example of this, where even if you damage the zombie, it won't end the round. But on like Black Ops 2, for example, if you damage a zombie and go too far away, it will end the round. And Black Ops 1 just never ended the round, I don't think, until Call of the Dead came out. So on like Kino and 5 and Ascension, you can damage a zombie and it will never bleed out. So you can just leave a crawler if you wanted to. So I think that killing the last zombie is just really annoying. Sorry I went on a little rant there, but it comes in here at the number 6 spot. Coming in at the number 5 spot is when someone tries to train on Area 51 in a public match when the rest of the players are on the teleporter. There have been numerous times, even back in the day in like 2010 or 2010 when I was or 2011, I guess Moon came out. So back in 2011 when I was playing Moon, there would always be people in public matches that would go and try to train around Area 51 where everyone else is waiting on the teleporter, and then they end up going down. So then someone goes to try to revive them and they're not good at zombies either, and then it just ends up the entire game just ending, and you last like a minute and like 30 seconds on Area 51 and you have to find a new lobby. So that is definitely one of my like huge pet peeves as well, but it's a mistake that a lot of noobs make because they're trying to get money and also I guess show off to people in public matches, which you don't really need public matches players like approval, or you can just be good and play solo, I guess. But yeah, it comes in here at the number 5 spot. All right, guys, coming in at the number 4 spot, another noob player mistake is when you go to other people's windows and steal their zombies. Now, this is obviously only in like public matches, but back in the day, man, this used to piss me off. I'd be playing Kino, right? And there's 4 different windows that people can go to, which makes perfect sense. There's no reason why you should come over to my window and kill my zombies when I'm waiting for them to turn the corner so I can headshot them, or wait for them to come to the window and knife them, or wait for them to break down the board so I can rebuild them, things like that. It's just really annoying. So now this list is turning into like top 10 pet peeves, but it's a mistake that a lot of noobs make, and people get really upset about it. So I definitely want to include this one on the list. All right, guys, this next one is definitely a new mistake, and it's having the wonder weapon as your mule kick weapon. This is a huge issue on various different maps, but mostly like World at War, or I guess World at War doesn't have mule kick, I'm stupid, but Black Ops 1, 2, and 3, this is definitely a huge issue. In Black Ops 4, I'm pretty sure you could get the weapon back if you have mule kick as one of them. I'm not 100% sure on that, but yeah, this one is super annoying. If you don't have like Perkaholic, for example, and you have like the Apothecon Servant, for example, on Revelations as your mule kick weapon, and then you end up going down and lose it, then you have to go and hit the box again. Luckily, you don't have to shoot the stones because you've already done that, but still, this is definitely a huge issue. Also, having like the thunder gun or something like that on like Kino, for example, in your mule kick slot is definitely really frustrating. Mule kick is a great perk, and it came out on Moon, and then they added it to all the other maps retroactively, but I still think that mule kick kind of sucks in a way as well. But a new mistake is definitely having like the wonder weapon of the map in your mule kick slot. Never do that. All right, guys, the next mistake that new players make is picking up nukes on early rounds. Early rounds are definitely the best to rack up points on, so there's no point of getting a nuke on any round below round 5 or even round 10, for example. Like, you can get so many points to get set up by perks, hit the box, open up the entire map. Like, things like that are really important on the early rounds, and you can really maximize points if you're using like bad weapons, for example. So there's really no point to get a nuke. Yes, you get 400 points, but wait till the end of the round to get a nuke, where some noobs will just go and grab a nuke on round 2 because it's a drop and it's shiny and it looks cool. And I've seen that so many times in public matches, and it's really annoying and grinds my gears. So that's definitely a huge noob mistake. All right, guys, another new mistake is playing last gen Black Ops 3. This one obviously is a joke, but at the same time, like, seriously, just get a newer console than your PS3 or Xbox 360, because those graphics are absolutely horrible and a massive travesty overall. So just play on like a newer gen console, please. That's all I ask. I can't believe people still play this for fun. It just looks so bad. All right, guys, the next new mistake that players make is using a Perkaholic on Black Ops 3 Ascension. That is like probably the dumbest idea because you're going to lose all your perks. And obviously the monkeys have no chill and they will come and attack your perks. Now, I'm pretty sure in Black Ops 1, the monkeys will only attack 2 perks if you're playing solo. But I don't know if that's the case. I don't think it is for BO3. I think they'll just attack one and then go to another one over and over until you kill them all. So I've definitely seen people lose all their perks. For example, like I did the Easter egg and then there was a monkey round the next round. So then they came and like took all the perks. I thought it was pretty funny in general, but yeah, that's definitely a new mistake. Don't use Perkaholic on Ascension, and also don't use Perkaholic on the Giant either, because there's only 6 perks and it's not really worth it, especially if you get dead shot under the snow pile instead of stamina. All right, guys, and the last and final new mistake is going to be buying the Olympia instead of the M14. This post was made by the M14 gang, but honestly, I think that the M14 is just a lot better for getting points and things like that. So if you like to buy the M14 over the Olympia, then you definitely know what you're doing and you're not a noob. But most noob players will just buy the Olympia because it looks like it's a stronger weapon, but the M14 just has way more ammo. It's way better for getting points and can kill effectively even longer than the Olympia does. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. This was kind of a mix between mistakes new players make and also like pet peeves. If you guys have any other pet peeves you want to see, comment it down below, or new mistakes, I guess. But I'm a noob zombies player and I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.